Fellas, the biggest threat to your marriage is not your wife with another man. The biggest threat is your arguments about money. The money, though, is not the problem. Money isn't the root of all evil. Your mindset around money is the problem. What is the cost of divorce when your marriage is on the brink? Who pays the price more, you or her? I am Tamoa Danielle, and today we're going to get personal. It may be an episode of some uncomfortability, but we need to have a real conversation, because without it, how can we really heal ourselves to become our best partners? Fellas, let's be real. Money can build kingdoms, but it can also tear apart our most important relationships. Today, we're digging deep into the true cost of divorce. I don't mean just financially. In this episode, we are going to uncover how your money trauma, those hidden scars from the past, may be wrecking your marriage, and in some cases, pushing you toward divorce. Who pays the price more? Is it you? Or is it her? In my previous video, Things You Wish to Know Before the Proposal, I talked about my divorce and some of the financial struggles I went through during my marriage. In my own marriage, I saw how unresolved financial trauma really created an invisible wall between us. We fought about money, but the thing is, it wasn't about the dollars. That's not what really mattered. It was the fear, the insecurity, and the old wounds that really kept us apart. When we went through our bankruptcy, it was so challenging and traumatic to our marriage. The thing is I blamed myself about our financial situation because I was the one in charge of our budget. I was the one in charge of our money. But during this time, I never really truly thought about how it impacted my ex-husband. The fear of unresolved emotions, the male ego, possibly those thoughts of, I'm the leader, so I should be the one leading my family into prosperity and not into debt. I know, fellas, there are sleepless nights wondering how you're going to provide, feeling that failure of your finances means failure as a man. That is such a heavy burden, and I know sometimes it pushes us away from the people that we love the most. But here's the thing. Divorce is not just a legal battle or a hit to the wallet. It's an emotional, mental, and spiritual price that the both of you pay. And that weight, that cost, is carried forever if it's not lost. I know you're wondering why the arguments won't stop, the distance between you keeps growing, and why the love is fading. And it might be tied to those invisible wounds from your financial past. So let's go ahead and dig into the real cost of divorce that is beyond just the dollars. So we are breaking down 4 ways financial trauma is silently destroying marriages and leading to divorce. Number 1 is emotional bankruptcy. How financial trauma leads to emotional disconnect. Money issues are not just about making ends meet. When we've been through so much financial trauma, whether it's growing up poor, struggling to keep a business afloat, or really just dealing with debt, it affects how we show up emotionally. Over time, you may start to build walls around your heart, avoiding tough conversations and just completely shutting down emotionally. Every time you avoid talking about the bills, your fears, or your financial goals, you're actually taking a step further from your partner. She's craving attention, that connection, but all she gets is silence or defensiveness. The emotional bank account in your marriage starts to run dry, just like the actual bank account. You may think you're protecting her by keeping it all inside, but really you're just creating distance. When that emotional disconnect happens, love can't grow. It literally withers away. And suddenly it feels like you're living with a stranger. Have you ever felt like no matter what you say, no matter what you do, she just doesn't get it? That frustration comes from an emotional bankruptcy where the emotional count is so depleted that there's nothing left to give or receive. Fellas, you have to start opening up, acknowledging the pain. You don't have to have all the answers, but what you do have to do is be present emotionally. That's the real currency in a relationship. Number 2, the price of pride, how your ego can increase your financial strain. Look, pride will make you hide your struggles even when you're drowning in them. You won't tell your wife because you don't want to seem weak. You keep spending to maintain this image, but really deep down, you know you can't afford it. But pride is a thief. It robs you of your peace, your clarity, and eventually your very own marriage. Every time you lie about your financial situation or you refuse to make changes that could help, you're putting a crack deep down in the foundation of your relationship. And at some point, that crack is going to cause a weight, and it makes everything collapse because of your pride. How many times have you stayed quiet when you know you should have asked for help? How many arguments have you come from wanting to fix, but it's all yourself? You're only making things worse. That pride, what is it costing you? It's costing you more than you even realize. You have to let go of the need to be a perfect provider. A real man doesn't just provide financially. He provides emotionally, spiritually, and mentally for his family. It is time to ask for help when you need it, whether that's a financial advisor, a financial therapist, or even talking to your partner. Don't let pride be the reason that you lose what matters the most. Number 3, who pays the bigger price? Look, it's not just about the money. Divorce isn't just about a division of assets. It's about a division of your lives, your dreams, and for many men, their fatherhood. You know, sure, there's child support, alimony, the splitting of the house, but the real price, what you lose that can't be measured in dollars. Think about the sleepless nights, wondering if your kids are okay, the holidays you miss, the shared moments that are gone forever. The financial hit is one thing, but the emotional hit can be far worse. Every moment you miss with your kids because of the divorce is a price that you will carry for life. And for her, maybe she doesn't feel the financial blow as hard if she gets child support, but the emotional burden of raising kids alone, dealing with the breakdown of the marriage and moving on is a heavy toll. Divorce doesn't leave anyone untouched. Have you ever thought about what you're really losing in a divorce? Trust me, it's more than just the money. It's the chance to build memories, to grow old with the person that you once loved. And the thing is, the price you can't earn back. If your marriage is on the rocks because of financial stress, ask yourself, is it worth losing the intangible, the things you can't buy back? Healing may cost you your pride, but trust me, it will save you from paying the ultimate price, losing your family. Number 4, healing from financial trauma. This is the ticket to the journey for healing. The root of most of marital conflicts lies in unresolved financial trauma. Until you actually heal from your past, you are most definitely destined to repeat it. Whether the debt is from poor decisions, scarcity from childhood, or family betrayal from a partner, it leaves scars. These scars we cannot afford to bring into our marriage. Maybe you grew up watching your parents fight about money. Maybe you've, been through a financial disaster and you're carrying it, the fear. You just can't let go because you feel like it's going to happen again. Or maybe you've hidden things from your partner because you're scared of what she'll think. These unhealed wounds, they end up showing as anger, avoidance, and just an overall distrust in your marriage. Financial trauma doesn't just go away on its own. It needs to be faced head on. And once you realize the freedom it allows your relationship, you can breathe again. Once the communication improves, the trust is rebuilt and the intimacy is restored. How many times have you found yourself snapping at your wife because of money, not realizing it's really your own fear speaking? How often have you kept secrets about spending or debt because of shame? It's time to face the trauma and heal so you can save not only your marriage, but you can actually save yourself. The path to healing starts with you acknowledging your pain. Get counseling, seek financial therapy, and open up to her. Open up to her about what's really going on. Don't wait until the damage is done. Heal now and rebuild the foundation of trust and love in your marriage. Look, it's not a secret. We know that financial issues are one of the leading causes of divorce. Kings, divorce is expensive in every sense of the word. But guess what? The good news is it doesn't have to be inevitable. Healing is possible, financially and emotionally. And when you heal, your marriage heals too. If this episode hit home for you, don't let it stop there. Share this with someone who really needs to hear it. Drop a comment below about your own journey and subscribe for more conversations about this matter. Let's heal together, one step at a time. And now for the credit gem of the day. Heal yourself and give yourself credit. Repair your credit so that your credit can reflect the credit in your life. Give yourself the highest grade possible, just like you should be giving your credit score the highest score possible. Fix yourself and fix your credit. And don't forget to ring that bell, comment, like, and share. And lastly, if you don't remember anything else from this video, just know you are your greatest value and you are your greatest asset. Take care.